and direct, people on a don't know, say. This is the Millennial View Podcast.
Yes, sir.
Season 4 premiere. I am
Your host, Sprint Ravers.
I
am
your host, Sprint Ravers. People, welcome back. This is the Season 4 premiere of the Millennial View Podcast. 4 seasons straight.
Four.
People, you don't know all the thing already. You know the people. Thank you for supporting the channel. Welcome back, my old subscribers, new subscribers. Check in. Welcome to the show. I will fulfill my promises in delivering the good content to you. So don't worry yourself. All right. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, drop a comment below.
Because it is important to have that discussion with your friends.
Bomboclad, people.
Come on now.
People. The person sitting right next to me, right?
Who is he?
Very close friend of mine. You understand? We go way back track and field. Club days. UA track and field. Big up Junior Burnett. Big up the whole of UA track and field. See away. You see?
Yes, sir.
People, I want you to get up out your seats and show some respect to the guests that I have on the show. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Ozzy.
For all my UA, Great Danes out there, y'all know who that is.
Big up yourself, my G.
What's up, man? I'm fine, man.
What's up, man?
What's up, man? I'm fine. I'm chilling. How about you?
Yo, down me there, you know, you don't know how the season premiere. I just finished
season
3.
4.
You know what I'm saying?
Season 4.
Yeah.
How you feel about that, man? Season 4.
Wow, I did not think I was gonna get this far, to be honest. Like, just in it's August the 21st. In like less than 2 months, it's the 1-year anniversary of the Millennial View Podcast. For you guys that been there since day one, October the 4th is the 1-year anniversary of the Millennial View. So, you know, if you guys wanna send your, you know, congrats on 1 year or whatever, you know, my DM is open. But yeah, people. All right. You know.
What's up?
Yeah, because I have a bone to pick with you.
What's up? We here to just have a conversation. What's up?
Months ago, you said something about, marriage. Me not in a them something there, brother.
Nah, I don't know the legitimacy of marriage. It's like, it doesn't stick with me because like I didn't grow up with like married parents. So like that type of lifestyle to have like, you know, a wife and a couple kids, like that perfect situation. That's kind of like, I'm not gonna say overrated because of course like everybody wants that for themselves, but like maybe not everybody, but like because I didn't grow up in the situation, it's not something that I necessarily want for myself.
Right.
Like I believe in being with somebody for the rest of my life, but like marriage, like it's gonna take the right person, like convince me like marriage is actually worth it. Okay, so
no, do you feel like marriage is just like a document? Is that why?
These days it feels like just a piece of paper.
Okay.
And, you know, a way to like, you know, get some, you know, extra benefits and whatnot. But like I said, it'll take the right, you know, woman to convince me like, you know, I actually want to marry this person. Like this is what I want to do. I want to spend the rest of my life with that person.
Now the thing is like on social media when people do these bridal showers and these proposals and you know, I feel like some people do it for the image, you know? Like some people, I feel like some people do it for the image cause watch, you know, how many marriages really stick together in the future years after.
And that's also why I just don't want to like get married because I feel like a lot of the marriages that I see like break apart very fast, but
right.
You know, I don't want that to happen because, of course, in the moment, I'm very happy for, you know, my friends and, you know, family getting married and whatnot, you know, even if they're young. But at the same time, like, I know I wouldn't want that for myself. I'm gonna congratulate you. But, you know, for me, I'm going to be like, that is not something I want for myself. But, like, you know, you got to support people same way.
Fucking the funny thing is that I'm in the same boat as you when it comes to parents not being married. My parents were never married.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And, you know, when I was younger, I questioned myself. I was like, how come, you know, my parents aren't married? Isn't everyone supposed to be
and it's
married?
crazy because, like, when my parents were broken up before I was born. They got back together right after I came out the womb. And then they, like, finally broke up when I was, like, 4. And then it's, like, for, like, the next, like, 5 years, probably, because, I'm still a kid. I'm, like, you know, I tell my mother, my father, like, I want you guys to get back together, blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
You know, I want that little, you know, perfect situation. But then, like,
Right.
you know, when you grow up, and it's just like that shit just like passively left my mind. Like I really didn't care about that no more. Like, you know, my mother and my father coexist on this planet. You know, you know, they're both parents. They do their job. That's it.
Right. And yo, it's funny because I'm not against marriage. Me want to get married, you know? Nah, lie. Yes, eat.
Nah, it'd be nice. Let me say it'd be nice if I were to get married.
It would be
But
nice.
like right now, like it's just not an ideal situation that I want for myself, and I can't see myself in that situation. Like I said, until the right person comes.
Do you feel like you're gonna overcome the fear of commitment? Because what exactly is fearing commitment? What is that?
I don't know. Maybe if you don't want to put in the effort to like be in a relationship, like marriage is supposed to, like what they teach you from young. Marriage is like a big ass commitment and like a whole bunch of intangibles that's involved that you don't want to do for another person, let alone yourself. Like there's things like I'm too lazy to do myself, let alone for like another person. So why am I like putting that, you know, effort for another person when I don't necessarily want to at the moment, especially for my life? Like, nah, bro. Like,
Wouldn't you think you'd be learning that from your relationship already, though, that you wouldn't have to worry about the fearing of commitment? Like, let's say you're in a relationship already, right? And then, you know, that fear is gone.
The fear of commitment?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Once the marriage step comes, because that's what it is, right? When you're married, that's when you have to be committed, and you fear that. So you're learning to overcome that fear while you're in that relationship with your current partner.
Maybe fear isn't the right word.
Okay.
Like I said, like the first word I used was laziness. Like,
Laziness.
Yeah, like if you don't want to put that much effort towards somebody, why do that right now? It's really just that simple, and that's why I'm not even looking towards marriage, because I'm like, I don't have that one person that I want to build that with. So I'm not thinking about that right now. And plus, like, you know, the way I see marriages work out in front of my eyes, in front of my two eyes, it's just like, you know, why would I want that for myself? I just got to make sure that when that happens, get it right.
Get it right. Get it right. Get it tight. Get it right. Get it right. Get it tight. One book clot. One big tune about no Lord. You eat. But I'm glad you can admit that you wouldn't put out the time to like be with someone because you know you're not fully ready for that. Because you really have some people out the road with them something there, you know, like they really go out and invest their time in someone, and things end up going left because their true colors show that they're not fully ready for that step. And just imagine when the marriage step come,
yo,
and them get fucked.
Oh God,
you know what I'm saying? So it's good that you know you can admit that a lot of people cannot admit those kind of things, and it
gets them caught in some situations that they gonna regret later in their life.
Yup, exactly. And you know, so
if you don't want that, stand your ground and say that you don't want that.
Yeah, it's not gonna hurt no one's feelings, to be honest. Like if anything, you get more respect for being straightforward to the person. You know what I'm saying? You
Transparency, my people. Transparency,
people. Now. Yo, I said this. When did I say this? I think season 2. Mostly about season 2. Transparency.
Check the archives.
Check the archives, people.
Check the archives, man.
Exactly. Season 2. You know, transparency is key. You know what I'm saying? No, let's switch gears right now.
Let's go.
This whole zodiac sign thing.
Oof, we getting into astrology. What's up?
Thing. because I know I have a lot of witches and fortune tellers yo. Cause uno like to pull out on a crystal ball and looking at it and say, "Oh, you're a Capricorn? Oh, you ain't shit. Oh, you a Libra? I could get down with that. All right, wait, name Gemini. All Geminis are witches, whatever, bitches, blah blah blah. No, why is it that everyone? Well, let me ask you, why do you feel that everyone likes to generalize people just because they're a certain sign? Like, why do they feel like they know that person fully just because they are that sign?
There's a lot. I mean, let's preface with this. I'm not the biggest astrology fan in the world. I don't know everything that there is to know about astrology.
So why do you always ask, what sign is this person?
There's a lot of information behind the subject, and when I was young, my mother really like drilled that shit into my head.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, when you're young, your mind is like a sponge, so like I'm gonna soak that shit in and believe it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, and it's not the illegitimacy about it is when people generalize it. You know what I mean? Like, the miseducation of astrology is what's getting, you know, people to be on one of two sides. Like, you either don't fuck with that shit, or you're heavily invested into that shit.
Mm.
And it, like, take like a Justin LeBoy post, for example, and then he just has one of those random ass scenarios that he puts on that he just puts on a picture, and then he will ask like, what sign is this? I guarantee you, if you click the comments, like, you'll see all 12 signs of the zodiac on there. And I'm like, how are we supposed to differentiate what sign does this, what sign does that?
Right.
You know what I mean? So like, it's efforts like that, it's wasted efforts like that get people like you to say like, yo, astrology is some bullshit.
Shit.
You know what I mean? It's like people like saying any random thing that they can come up with. Like, it's not legitimate anymore. It's not an actual study.
Right.
At that point, it's just a bunch of people like saying just like random general statements. And I'm like, you guys are doing harm to astrology just because like you don't do your research first. You know what I mean? It's all about just like knowing what you're talking about before you actually like, you know, spit your facts. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, you see that? Spit your facts, people. Because a lot of people have a problem doing that. Nobody know under them homework. Nobody know under them research. And they, you know, go off into the world and talk about a thing like...
People are afraid of being wrong. And then people are afraid that when they eventually, like, look it up and actually, like, find out what's the truth, they're afraid of being wrong there, too. So, they, you know, they're gonna run with, you know, what they have in their head.
True, all that, too. But let me ask you this now. Like, would you run away from someone just because they're a certain sign?
I'd be lying if I said I wouldn't run away from somebody. I'd be lying. It's not end all be all, to be honest with you, because where my head is at these days with astrology, like, I'm annoyed with it just because of how much I see people talk about it, and you know, it's just not concrete like facts. Like, not because I know it and I'm saying that you're wrong, but you're saying the same thing about like 5 signs, about like 6, 7, all the way to 12 signs. Like, what makes them different? What makes them distinct now? You know what I mean? So like, but yeah, like,
I've seen tweets.
To run away from a sign, like, I'm gonna make a joke about it.
Yeah.
Like, to be honest, like, I'll stay away from a Pisces. I'll stay away from Cancers because I grew up around too many Cancers. Who else would I stay away from? An Aries.
Hold on, you said Pisces?
Yeah.
That's the first sign you said, Pisces?
Yeah.
Cause you know what them say about Pisces, right?
Yeah, I do.
Them say Pisces are fish.
Oh man,
big up to all the Pisces still though.
Yeah, that's a fact. But yeah, I'll say I'll stay away from the, like, you know, those signs. But like, they're human beings at the end of the day. I'll talk to them at the end of the day, see what they about.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, but I'll make the initial joke, but like depending on how like heavily invested that person is, I usually let them drive the conversation first, just because like I don't know what to expect. Like you can have somebody like you that just doesn't fuck with that shit and knows nothing about it, right. And then you have somebody that will literally like take my palm and be like, oh, what day were you born? What time were you born?
Oh,
you know what I mean? To get like I've seen people like, not interested, heavily interested. I really don't see an in between these days, and I feel like for me, I'm in between, because it's not that I don't believe it. I'm just not as heavily invested to it as people on that side are. You know what I mean?
I've met someone that put me onto the CoStar app, right?
Shout out CoStar.
Yeah, big up CoStar.
I've had that phone.
Big up
my phone before.
Big up Patricia too, cause she tell me about it. And then I did the research, not lie, just to say, oh, it's there, right? I think my ascending is Aquarius, and my descending is Aries. I think I'ma read them something there. I'ma say,
You could read a couple of things and be like, maybe that actually has something to do with me. But like it's an actual study.
Yeah.
like I said, people just do your research, because you're taking the realness away from people. Have careers off of this. People write books off of this shit. So like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Do your research, take it more seriously, so those people, like, it's legit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you can get into like the topic of religion and whatnot. Like, I'm not gonna knock you for believing in one God or another, but don't knock somebody else for believing in something that. Listen, can you prove that one is right compared to the other more than the other? If you can do that, I'm here with you. But like, until then, don't knock somebody for believing in something. Just don't.
Yeah, all that too. Yeah, exactly. Cause this one girl, now I gotta mention her name. Nothing bad. Cause she knows it's not bad. She practiced Buddhism, right? And I've never met anyone that practiced Buddhism.
Neither have I.
Right?
Neither have
I'm not judge our feet,
Right.
If anything, me want to know how the thing work. You know what I'm saying? And again, me not gonna knock our feet. Is it?
Yeah, man.
Big up yourself, same way. But yeah, like, I agree with what you're saying. Like, you can't knock people if them believe in a one God or one next God or next book, next religion.
We're all people at the end of the day.
But me not like all people still generalize everybody just cause them a certain sign. Me not like them something. Only need to top it right now. That's it. That's all I'ma say.
Don't base your whole life off of a zodiac sign, but at the same time, like, don't knock it just because it just seems like some type of fairy tale to you.
See the people. Take the words from Ozzy.
Today is the Prefontaine Classic.
It's probably gonna be done when this air, boy.
Nah, that's a fact. Like,
but make we talk about it now, right? Sha'Carri Richardson.
Let's get into track, man.
Blood clot. Yes, 2 former sprinters right here. We are gonna talk about some track on field. You see?
Oof. Heavy into retirement, though.
Yes, exactly.
Shout out to all the people that are still in it, though.
No, for real, yeah. Because my retirement was 3 years ago.
Not just your body, but your mind, man. That's a lot to go through.
Absolutely.
And especially how long, like, we have been in this, like, to keep going. It came to a point where we're the only ones left. You know what I mean? Like, and then beyond that, like, the pros and shit, but, like,
it's all a mental thing still, people. Like, and this is also for people that do not understand the sport. It's not just physical; it's mentally also.
I came to an epiphany the other day, because I'm like, I was watching all the smoke, and I think I was watching Melo's episode, and they were just talking about how mental the game is.
Yeah,
and I'm like, yo, everybody says that about their sport. Like, sports are just like 80%. Like, when you get to that certain point. Like, when you're doing it for yourself, like when you're not a kid, like having somebody driving you to practice, telling you what to do every day. Like when you're in college or some shit, doing it on your own, like it gets to a certain point where it's more about how smart you are compared to like how physically gifted you are. Like if you're obviously if you're physically gifted, that takes you to the stars. But like like they say, hard work beats talent when talent fails to work hard. But like at that point, it's about how smart you are, how you take care of yourself, what goes into your body, shit like that. So like that's another commitment on its own. Besides just going to practice and going to weight room for like any sport. Like it's just about being smart at that point. So, but back to the Prefontaine Classic today. Miss Sha'Carri Richardson.
Sha'Carri, you don't know what said the girl name.
She said it on the mic.
I never heard her speak. I don't even know how her.
No, she's like it's Sha'Carri. Cause I was calling her Sha'Carri. So I spelled with 2 R. Listen, like
I spelled with 2 R. Then
listen, like when it comes, listen.
I call her Sha'Carri. Same way.
I personally was calling her Sha'Carri from the start, but like because like she said it's Sha'Carri, I'm gonna respect that. But
them if you know say Millennial View, anything brand new, you see, people. This is Sprint Ravers from the future, and I'm gonna pause this video now for the benefit of those who aren't familiar with the results of the Prefontaine Classic. So yes, I'm gonna drop the spoiler. Miss Sha'Carri Richardson came in last place. Now, what you're about to listen to is both me and Ozzy give our predictions of the race, right? And just hold it down. You might hear some, things that didn't actually happen, but at the end of the day, it's predictions. It's just predictions. So just hold it down. You see? All right. Back to the show.
I hope she fucking shocks the world today. Let that be known. Like on the Millennial View today, what's today's date? 21st?
The 21st.
I hope that she shocks the fucking world today. Because there's been way too much fucking hate on that girl. And she doesn't deserve it. Like I feel like it's been like some sort of roller coaster with her. Like people were behind her before. Then it came to too much. Where it has to be like you have to make her realize like she did something wrong. But then like now like everybody's hating on her for what?
Yo.
See, all right. So here this is the question I want to ask you because like I see the flag right back here. I know where you're from. But looking at it from an objective standpoint, why are we hating on Sha'Carri like that?
I'm not hating. I never was. I was never hating on the girl. I don't even know who the damn girl was. I didn't know who that was until she run the what's she run? 10-6?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. I didn't know who that was. You know what I'm saying?
What, so you like, just found out about her this year?
Yes.
That's crazy.
I didn't know who that was at all.
Crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
Cause I kind of like fell off with track. I'm not gonna lie. I fell off with track and field in like 2020.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because the pandemic and them something.
No, I feel you. It's just and it's also that transition from like the people that we grew up with. Like we really grew up in the best era of track.
Exactly.
Like I was there when Bo broke his first world record. You know what I mean? Like we really grew up with like the best of the best. Like watching the best of the best, or like seeing like a transition from like I don't want to say old school because we're not fucking old school.
We're not.
But like we saw the best of the best, and now we're in a new stage where we're seeing like people our age, people that we know on the track in the Olympics.
The amount of age, the fact that they show everyone's age now at the Olympics, they were showing. I was like, wow, now y'all showing everybody's age. Damn, people at 26,
yeah, that's a
fucking fact. Running 46 or whatever.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, wow, goddamn. You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy. And yes, we were raised with the 958. Big up UCN.
The best races
36 in our 4x1. Come on, bro.
Come on, man.
You know what I'm saying? But I want to say this now, right? Sha'Carri, I'm not a bad man, Sha'Carri, is it?
Mm-hmm.
The tweets, I didn't understand that.
From who, her?
Yes. With her saying, yeah, miss me yet?
Oh, I thought that was absolutely amazing from her because I see a lot of.
Why does she have so much attention?
she's the fastest girl in America. That's one thing. She's a black woman. That's the next thing. And like she's going. It felt like she was going into a competition with a three-headed monster, being Shelly Ann Fraser-Price, Elaine Thompson, and Sharika Jackson, and all these casuals are talking about she ran faster than your time in the semifinals. She's gonna beat you. I'm like, that don't mean shit.
It don't.
You know what I mean? Like when you're actually in it, like okay, you run fast, but like at that point, you're trying to get into the finals. You're trying to get into the semis. You're trying to get into the finals. Mm-hmm. So like you're gonna see some fast times, but at the same time, like when you get to the final, somebody might not run that time. Mm-hmm. That same person that ran 10.6 in the semis might not run that in the final because they're up against everybody who made it to the final. You know what I mean? Everybody ran those times. Right. So like for them to say that Sha'Carri is just gonna like get fucking walked by everybody else in the world, they're just like way too naive, and I want to see her prove them wrong so bad, because I just want to like look in the casual's face like, I just don't understand the goddamn thing. Mm-hmm. Right? So like I said, I hope she shocks the world today. I don't know if she's going to win the race. I know I know it's not going to be no Jamaica 1, 2, 3. That's just not happening, bro. Not with Sha'Carri Richardson in the race, bro. She's too good for that. Unless she completely fumbles the bag, bro. Like,
or she falls.
When you're capable like her, bro, it's hard to like not at least be in the mix. I don't care if she wins the race. I want to see, like, this is, to me, this was the most anticipated race for me personally, because she wasn't able to compete in the Olympics. That suspense, it's done, because I already know who's gonna win the race. I already had my money. I already knew in my head who I thought who had a chance to win the race.
Right.
And oddly enough, Elaine Thompson came back and repeated. But shout out to Elaine Thompson. She's just a different fucking beast. But yeah, like I just want to see like Sha'Carri race against these people. Like in post Olympic races, like these are gonna be some fast ass times. You know what I mean? And then plus what's his name? Trayvon Bromell. My son didn't even get in the final. I thought he was going to win the whole thing. I was disappointed for my son.
I missed that race.
I was so disappointed for my son. But
yeah, and I had my money on him too.
Yo,
I'm not gonna lie.
My son was he, undefeated the whole year coming up to that point? What did he tear his Achilles or something?
Yeah.
Yo, my son running 9.7 off of a torn Achilles, bro. That's some KD shit right there.
Exactly. Like, yo, when I heard he never make the final, I said, oh, dude.
And yo, he low-key turned into a prophet, because every interview you see, he's like, look at this. You can't tell me that God isn't real, blah, 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 blah.
Right.
And I'm like, yo, honestly, with what he came back from, let him do him, because like it's impressive to see what he came back from.
Exactly.
And in terms of like when you see him run, like he looks so much better. He looks so much better. Yep. So I'm happy for him. And and going back to Sha'Carri, I didn't know how she would be in the pros. There are a lot of young bucks out there that turn pro off rip.
Right.
And they don't get the career that they that we thought they were going to have. But like Sha'Carri, I was really curious. She running 10.7, 10.6, pointing at the clock. Mine is win aided, but like, bro, you slowing down with like 40, 30 meters to the line, and you pointing at the clock. Like, she's having fun out here. Like, and I'm happy for her. So listen, if Elaine Thompson is there for 2024 in Paris,
yeah,
I hope she carries on that line with her, bro. I just want to see that. I want to see those two race against each other. I want to see the world record be in jeopardy. Like, yo, FloJo's had that 10.4 for how long now? Like, nobody's come close to that, bro.
It's been years
close to that. So like, I'm excited to see if that can actually happen. You know what I mean? Like, it's not every day where you see females running 10.6 and 10.7. Now we have a plethora of that. So like, the competition, it's up there now. You know what I mean? Like, it's never a guarantee of who's gonna win the race and who's not gonna win the race.
Listen, even if, and I was explaining this to someone yesterday, So that they can understand how track and field work, right?
I got so tired of, trying to explain that to the casuals, because like they're gonna be like, oh, weed doesn't help out. Weed is not a performance enhancer. But like, she did something wrong, bro.
Yeah,
like,
don't get all the shit work.
And like, yeah, bro, it's a 30-day suspension. Unfortunately, it came, at the time when she was supposed to be competing in the Olympics. But like, y'all not gonna act like just because she got suspended that she's not capable of competing with these women, with the top women in the world.
Exactly.
And I think that's what happened with all the casuals. Like, just because she got kicked out of the Olympics, she's not capable anymore. Like, where does that correlate? She made it to the Olympics. She's U.S. champion in the 100 meters, the fastest woman in America. But now, because she's not there, y'all are treating her like some dog shit. Like, she did something wrong, but at the same time, we're supposed to say, like, yo, if you were there, you would have kicked each and every one of their asses. That's how they're supposed to be behind her, but that's not how it was. So I just think that was wrong.
Them style the girl,
for no reason, bro. Like, come on now, we're trying to see a black girl in America win a gold medal at the Olympics.
But no, it's a black girl in America. Cause Shelly Ann Black,
she is
Black, Talu Black, Dina Asher Smith Black.
Right.
I feel like them now get the recognition still though.
It's because it's track and field. It's track and field.
But me not like that, cause
it's track and field in America though.
Yeah.
Like, all around the world, they celebrate their athletes. They have stadiums just dedicated to track. Like, you don't see that here unless it's out of college. Unless Icon Stadium.
Right.
You don't really see like just tracks just like casually around, unless it's like a public park or something, like Roy Wilkins or something.
Right.
Shout out to Roy Wilkins.
Big up Roy Wilkins.
I'm not from Queens, but shout out to Roy Wilkins. But yeah, like, track is more celebrated on a world stage rather than in the U.S. Yeah. People don't care about track in the U.S. And after this Olympics, I'm
oddly enough care.
I'm starting to say, like, I hope people get back to the point where, like, they don't care. Because like,
yo,
it used to be a point where I was like, damn, I wish track and field got more recognition. Like, it's a professional sport at the end of the day, but like, when you see like casuals just like pour in during Olympic time,
God, it's draining,
it's draining. That is a word I'll use. It's draining because like, you feel like you have to explain yourself to everybody because they don't understand. But then you just realize, like, fuck them. I'm gonna watch it because I enjoy the sport. But yeah, I oddly enough, I didn't even watch the Olympics this year. I low-key kind of boycotted the Olympics in a sense. Yeah, I just didn't agree with a lot of things that were leading up to the Olympics. I still kept an eye out for results and stuff like that because I know a couple of these people that are going to the Olympics, but like, I'm keeping an eye on for the results. But like, in terms of like watching and just supporting the Olympics and whatnot, I felt that this year wasn't the year for that. But
I feel like I wasn't even excited for the men's 100. I wasn't.
Man.
I didn't even
shout out to that Italian man.
Yeah,
I don't know his name,
still, yeah.
but like, I seen some people say like, an Italian winning the 100 meters.
Yeah.
First of all, he ran 9.7.
Yeah.
Like, 9.7 is a good enough time to win the Olympics, unless you have Bolt on the line, who's like going 9.6, 9.5 when he's in shape.
Yeah.
Like, 9.7 is a good enough time to win the Olympics. So like, the man ran 9.7 and shocked the world. Like, shout out to him. And yo, that 4x1. Yo. No, all right. Yo.
No, I'm not against the foreign people.
Yo.
But, brother, when they fumble that stick, bro.
I'm not even mad about that. I've seen
ran down.
Bro.
Yo, he got the way he got ran down. I'm not even laughing because they lost.
And it's
just the way he got ran down.
Their anchor leg
is Jamaican. Yes, we know.
Oh, wait.
You told me.
Wait.
You told me when
he is?
That's what you said. You said that.
No, I was talking about the Italian.
Oh, I'm talking about U.S.
Oh, no, I'm not talking about Cravon Gillespie. No. I knew he was. I'm talking about.
Oh, the Italy.
I'm talking about Great Britain and freaking Italy coming down to the line.
Oh.
yo, that wasn't even their like 100-meter champion, bro.
It wasn't
on the ankle leg.
It wasn't,
and I've seen Mitchell Blake run before, so I'm like, yo, I know that hit hard for him, but like,
right.
Yo, shout out to the Italians, yo. Like,
Yeah, my
honestly,
Italy, same way.
Like when you think about countries in sprinting, you only think about the U.S. and Jamaica.
Jamaica, exactly.
Well, not even U.S. and Jamaica, like the Caribbean islands.
Yeah,
the U.S. and the Caribbean. So like to see like somebody like on the outside, you know, be dominant in a sprint event. Like it was like when Wade Van Niekerk broke the world record in the 4.
Exactly.
You ain't hear about nobody running sub 44 unless they were from the U.S.
Right.
You know what I mean? So like it's good to see, like, you know, on the world stage that, you know, everybody has somebody that can compete. Yo, bro, the Italians won the 4x1 at the Olympics, bro. That is crazy. Like, it's not Jamaica, not the U.S., it's not Great Britain,
right.
Not even Brazil, not even the Canadians, the Japanese. Like,
but I'm not gonna sleep on the Japanese still.
That's what I'm saying. That's why they're one of the countries I named in my head that I would think about winning the 4x1 before the Italians, but the Italians did it.
Ohio gozaimasu.
Oh my! You were never gonna let me live that one semester down.
Yo, big up 2016, 2017.
That was a great year to be at UA, but like
absolutely,
I took one semester of Japanese. It was fun, but like, yo, ever since then he's been saying that every single day. Like, oh my God, he will never let me live that shit down.
Ohio gozaimasu. Big up the people at JFK who teach me Japanese. big up ANA.
Oh,
that's the airline, the Japanese airline.
Which airport was it?
JFK at Terminal 7.
Oh God,
blood clot. But my perspective on Sha'Carri's situation for Prefontaine, to be honest, if Sha'Carri wins, I'm not even gonna be mad. You wanna know why? Elaine Thompson, Shelly Ann Fraser, Sharika. They just ran the Olympics. You feel me? They just ran the 100 final. You know what that's called, people? That's called peaking. Peaking is a real thing. Because I remember when I was in high school, right? And it was city championship, right? And blood clot, Maroon 10-6.
Oh, that's the race.
Yes, that's the
race.
Exactly. 100 final, Maroon 10-6, right? Post high school season, which was club season, right? Maroon 10-8. And then Maroon 10-9. 10-9, 10-9, 10-9. It was just consistent with the times. I didn't run faster than 10-6 after championship season because I peaked. And Coach Charles, big up Coach Charles, explained that to me. And I understand. Yeah,
it's all about running. It's all about running the time when you need to.
Right.
Like, you could run a fast ass time in the beginning of the season, but if you're not doing that on the championship line when there are medals involved and accolades involved, like, they're gonna acknowledge that you ran the time, but if you can't do it in championship season, like, I'm not gonna say that there's no point in running the time, but like, it's almost like you did it for nothing because you're trying to, in championship races, you're trying to run that fast time. You're trying to shock the world in that race.
Exactly.
So like, part of that is coaching, and just how, you know, your season is planned out.
Yeah.
So like, I remember when Bolt ran that 9.5. Freaking, it was a race in China. It was a Soflin Tyson Gay on the line. Right?
Yeah.
And this was right after that World Champs. So like, you know, they're still in shape. Tyson Gay ran the American record that day. And this is after World Champs. Granted, he ran 9.7 that day, but then he ran 9.6. So I'm like, ever since I saw that race, I was like, you know what? You know, those Diamond League races, those post-Olympic, post-World Champs races, like, they're still in season. They're still trying to compete. So like,
exactly.
You know, they could be like, who's coming back today? Justin Gatlin.
Yeah.
He didn't make the Olympic squad. He's
my boy Ball.
Shout out to him. My son is
Ball.
My son is what, 40? whipping niggas ass on that
40
track.
running 9,
Whipping
8
niggas
and
ass
shit.
on that track. Yo, my son got gray hairs all over his head on the line.
My boy stop ball.
Oh yeah,
when
yo,
lose.
yo.
But you know
That yo, I felt bad for him in that moment. Like I think he was catching up after so much lost time. You know, serving no suspensions. So I'm excited to see him on the line. I'm just excited to see the results. Like, you know, it's been a while since like I've been excited to like see like, you know, certain races. Like you'll hear like, you know, one athlete's going out there, but they might be against a bunch of nobodies. Right. You know what I mean? Like if you have these people lining up together, like this is what you want to see. Yeah. So it's not even about the time. It's like who wins the race. And then when you see who wins the race, if they run a fast time, that's like the cherry on top.
Exactly. People, moral of the story, if you don't understand something, stick to what you understand.
And honestly, do your research, bro.
Exactly.
Ask questions. Like, just get familiar with the topic. Yeah. Because you might be interested in it. You find out some things that you have no idea that has anything to do with, you know, the topic at hand. So,
right.
Yeah.
So everybody out there that feel like them can't involve themselves in a track and field, go back to watching Power. Go back to watching Insecure. Go back to watching one next show them watch. What's the show
that? The popular shows these days?
Black Mirror.
Oh shit! I don't even watch Black Mirror.
I almost said Black Lightning, but I know you hate that show. Oh, you don't like Black Lightning for nothing. Yo, I'm not gonna lie, I looked at the cover for it. It looks trash.
It's just
it looks trash.
It's really just like the amount of effort that they put into those shows.
Yeah.
Like the plot, the acting. Oh god, I stopped watching Arrow. I stopped watching Flash after a certain amount of time. Like I'm there for the content. I'm not necessarily there for anybody specific. I'm there for the characters, and like when it feels like, you know, it's just not what it's supposed to be, like you just gotta exit stage left.
Well, them MCU shows on Disney Plus taking over.
Yo, they are.
Because I'm tuning in.
I love those shows, bro.
Yeah,
I love those shows. My favorite was WandaVision, and my friends look at me weird because they're like, "How do you not like Loki more?" I'm like, I don't know. I just like WandaVision more, especially because it's crazy. Because I started WandaVision when it first came out. I watched the 2 first episodes. I'm like, what the fuck am I watching, bro? And then I stopped for like a couple weeks, and then I go see my friends. I'm smoking with my friends, and they like, "Oh, did you watch WandaVision?" They're talking amongst each other like, "Oh, did you see WandaVision?" Blah 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 blah. I'm like, "Ew, y'all watch that?" And they're like, "Yo, bro, you don't know what you're missing out on." I'm like, "Bro, I'm watching a freaking 50 sitcom." I'm like, "Huh?" I'm like, "What does that have to do with, you know, the MCU and just the continuation of the, you know, the constant plot?" But like, I got back into it. I was like, "Oh,
now it makes sense."
I was like, "Whoa,
it makes sense."
So like, yeah, like, you know, that's when I started, you know, investing into the shows, you know, not just the movies. Yeah. And yeah, some good stuff. There's some good stuff on TV, bro.
I mean, my favorite one so far. You
got Loki.
I have to think about it.
You got Falcon and Winter Soldier. You got WandaVision. Yeah, you got those 3.
Because I was feeling WandaVision a lot. And the one show I was really waiting for was Loki. I was really waiting for that.
That's a show that, it's not that I wasn't waiting for it. I just I wasn't hype about it like every other. I love Tom Hiddleston in that character. I feel like he embodies Loki very well. But I don't know. I just wasn't excited about the show per se. But like Falcon and Winter Soldier, the anticipation was highest then. Yeah. You know, the show wasn't the greatest of the 3.
Yeah, it wasn't. Yeah.
It was all right, but you know, shout out to Marvel. Shout out to the Marvel Cinematic Universe, man.
Yeah, for real, cause you know I'm a big fan of you guys. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I have to get back to the people on, you know, my opinion on which one is the best so far. It's definitely not Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I'll tell you that it's not. It was good, but it's not my favorite.
Yeah.
It's either between WandaVision and Loki, and they just started the new series What If.
My father. I was on the phone with my father yesterday. He was asking. He's like, "Are you watching What If?" I was like, "No, I haven't started yet, so I actually have to catch up on that too." So
it's actually it's kind of cool. So far, everyone's like, basically you're switching roles. So, like, no spoilers. But what is it?
I'm gonna watch it anyway.
The first episode is with Captain America and Peggy Carter. And it's basically, what if Peggy Carter was Captain America?
What?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
And the second episode is Guardians of the Galaxy. What if T'Challa was Star-Lord?
Jesus Christ.
and what interests me the most is that it's the actual voices of the people that had those roles.
Oh really?
Yeah. So Chadwick Boseman voices T'Challa in that episode.
R.I.P. to Chadwick Boseman.
Yeah. Rest in peace, Chadwick Boseman.
R.I.P. man.
For real, like it was too soon, yo. Too soon.
Gone but never forgotten, my guy.
Absolutely. But yeah, that was interesting that it was the actual like voices of them, and I was like,
What you think they're finna do for the second Black Panther though?
I read this post saying that they just casted some girl. I don't know what role she'll be playing, but they
Word, cause like you have T'Challa's sister right there.
Yeah. I thought Shuri would take over.
Yeah, it's probably the most logical thing.
Yeah.
But because of that, I feel like they're gonna try and do something completely different.
Right.
Because like you have any time a Marvel movie's finna come out, like you have all of these these fake trailers. Y'all gotta stop making these fake trailers. Y'all getting people's hopes up.
Exactly.
And like people check the name of the channel.
Right.
When you're looking at these trailers and shit, because like people love to make fake trailers, and you're getting hype off of nothing. But I forgot what I was talking about.
Black Panther 2.
Oh yeah, but like I don't know what they finna. I feel like every time you have these people put these theory videos out there,
yeah,
they do something completely different. You know what I mean? Like I feel like they're all listening to us speak about this topic, and they're just like, okay, we can't do that because they're expecting that. We can't do that because what if we do a combination? Blah 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 blah. So
right.
I don't know what they're gonna do. Shit, they fuck around like bring back Killmonger.
Right.
I know a couple people were like, ain't no Black Panther without Killmonger.
Yeah. Yo, damn.
Nah, I don't feel that way. I don't feel that strongly about it. But I am excited to see what they do with the movie and with the MCU carrying on. Next movie coming out, what? Shang-Chi?
Shang-Chi. I still haven't seen Black Widow. You seen it?
Yeah, I enjoyed the movie. It wasn't. Well, I don't know why people expected it to be the biggest blockbuster of the MCU. Like
I wasn't expecting that either.
Like
I wasn't expecting that.
My friends were just like, it was alright. I don't think the movie was trash at all. I think it was a good movie. I think because it came out so late, because of the pandemic, people's expectations were just so freaking high.
It was like a year late.
Yeah, like, and I think that's what did the most damage to the movie. But I did like the movie, contrary to all of my friends saying that.
You went to the theater?
Yeah. We all it was about what, 7 of us. We were in the theater watching it. And spent some good money on those tickets. Everybody was disappointed at the end.
Yeah, cause me to think about it, and I'm like, yo, I need to go see it. But then I heard about the whole Disney Plus thing, Premier Access. But then I heard that's an additional $30. So I was like, I'm going to the
Disney Plus. Got to get their shit together for that one, bro.
Because you can't go up on HBO Max and watch the movie for free.
I could watch Space Jam right now, bro. Like
exactly, and that's exactly what I did when.
I know Space Jam making more money than Black Widow. Just so like.
And unpopular opinion, I don't know who wrote that movie for Space Jam, but me never like it. I didn't like how it was written.
You see that's the second thing. Why did everybody have such high expectations for a second Space Jam?
I didn't have high. Look, okay, so everybody knows me well. Space Jam is my number one movie of all time. Right. That's my number one movie.
It's a hell of a movie to have at the number one spot.
Listen, I don't care. Like, people can judge me all in what. Yes, Space Jam is my favorite movie.
All right.
Okay? And, like, of course, I didn't have the high expectations because, like, once I saw the trailer, I saw the Looney Tunes was CGI. And then at one point, they were, drawn, whatever, like the original thing.
I have to see the movie, man.
Oh, you still haven't seen it?
No, I'm not interested in Space Jam per se.
It's not super trash, but what saved the movie was the cameos in it and some of the appearances. Like, some of it was interesting and the references they made.
You seen Uncle Drew?
No, I haven't seen that.
That movie's fucking hilarious. Because I was gonna ask you, like, if you had to weigh those two movies, like Uncle Drew versus Space Jam, like, which one would you say that you enjoyed more? But, like,
I need to watch Uncle Drew though.
Yo,
I want to watch that.
That's a funny ass movie. Like, of course, like, these are NBA players at the end of the day. They're not A1 actors and actresses.
I mean, some of them are right though. Some of them are right.
See, like, when you go into movies like Space Jam, like, I already know the acting is gonna be bad.
Yeah.
LeBron James is not an actor, so, like,
he's not.
Why am I going there to judge his acting per se? But, like, like, I'm not necessarily interested in the Space Jam concept. So, like, it's taking me a little long to watch the movie, but, like, I'm gonna watch it eventually.
And that's what I was explaining to some people. Like, I didn't expect LeBron James to be some A1 actor. Exactly. Obviously not. I'm not judging.
It's more about the impact of that. It's LeBron James,
right,
doing Michael Jordan's movie,
right,
doing a remake of Michael Jordan's movie. But, like, yeah, that's basically what it was.
I just feel like some of the lines could have been written better. That's it. And again, like, some appearances saved the movie, and even Don Cheadle, he saved the movie too, because I feel like he was a little funny in that movie too. I don't know. But
I'll stay quiet about Don Cheadle.
You don't like Don Cheadle?
It's not that I don't like him.
You just don't have, like, the biggest interest.
Yeah, like
War Machine.
Don't get me started about Don't get me started about that.
War Machine. Lord God.
I think the Iron Man movies were the worst of the freaking individual movies.
All of them?
Hell yeah, bro.
Even the first one with Terrence Howard.
Yo, why my son had to get kicked off the movie, bro?
He said next time, baby. Not never happen. Not never. You know what's funny? I never even seen Iron Man 3. I only saw the first.
Oddly enough, that's my favorite of the three.
Iron Man 3?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, shit.
Because it had the most suits. Like, it has the different suits for different applications, and they're all fighting one enemy. But, like, the way that, like, the Iron Man movies were jokes, bro. Like, bro, like, the what was the Mandarin? They completely made a joke of the Mandarin,
right?
And I know that set people off, but yeah, like Justin Ham, I am the Mandarin. Like, come on, dog. Like, though I didn't like the Iron Man movies, but, I watch them on a casual day. But, like, the Thor and Captain America movies and the Black Panther movie, just that movie alone, all better than the Iron Man franchise. I feel like Iron Man in the Avengers movies stood out.
Yeah,
right? But his own individual movies, like, nah, bro.
Yeah,
And it's crazy because people say the same thing about the Captain America movies, but, like, I genuinely enjoyed each and every one of those movies.
Exactly.
Like
Winter Soldier.
Yo, bro, the fight scenes.
Exactly.
Come on now. And then you had Civil War, where you had
Civil War didn't.
It was
feel
basically
like
an Avengers movie,
exactly.
But it's a Captain America movie.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I always look at Civil War as an Avengers movie. Like, I don't look at it as a Captain America.
That's like a top 3 movie of the MCU, bro.
Civil War, right?
Top 3, bro. Has to be. And it may not be 3. And I put it as 2. It's my 2 after Infinity War.
After Infinity War, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And shout out to all those people that say that Endgame is better than Infinity War. What the fuck are y'all thinking, bro? what the? I feel like I sat through 3 hours of the most obvious plot in the world, bro.
Exactly.
Oh, they're going back in time, get the stones, blah blah blah. But like, the
And if
villain
anything,
actually won an Infinity War.
And the thing is that it was more drama in Endgame than Infinity War. Infinity War had more action.
Slow,
Okay.
It had a mixture of both. It
Both.
had a nice mixture of both.
Exactly. Infinity War was
Yo,
10 times better.
That was the movie, bro.
That was the movie,
That was
bro.
the movie.
The movie.
Honestly.
What? Seeing Rocket interact with Thor, and when they made that entrance in Wakanda.
Oh my God. Bring me Thanos.
Like, come on, bro.
Oh my God.
Endgame is better than Infinity. Hell no.
Stupid asses. Like I get it. It's 3.5 hours of a movie. Like
But
three
still.
3.5 hours of Marvel content. Anybody would ask for that.
Of course.
But like quality over quantity. You know what I mean? Like it's just as simple as that.
Yup. Yeah, but Mr. Ozzy, big up your
Season
bum.
4
Yes, big up
of
your
the Millennial View.
Mm-hmm.
Of the Millennial View. Yo. Big up. Yo. Happy for you and your platform. Bro, this is you. Like, honestly, the way you like to interact with people, how social you are, this is a perfect platform for you. I am excited to see how high this gets. I'm excited to be the first episode of season 4.
Mm-hmm.
New things to come.
Yes.
New guests to come.
Yeah.
Old guests are coming back.
Yes.
Big up the Millennial View, man. Come on now.
Respect CMW, my brother. You don't know all the thing already. People, check in.
Come on now.
Tell the people they can find you on social media.
Oh, really? Shit.
Yes.
I'm not even active on social media like
It
that.
don't matter. After they see this episode, I'm pretty sure they're gonna want to follow you. So
on IG, it's my birthday _101097. Simple enough.
yes, sir.
Twitter's a sacred place. If you
You
find me
don't
on
have
Twitter,
to.
you find me on Twitter. Like,
Yeah.
that's a sacred place. But like on IG, you can find me _101097. If you have any suggestions for me to change my goddamn name, because I've been trying to change that shit for years, but
I don't think
we'll
you
see.
should change that name, to be honest.
I've been wanting to change the
I'm
name.
always like I call it 101097 every time I see it. If I see something different, then it's like that's like
Imagine seeing somebody walking the street, yo, it's 101097. But like,
that's like putting Sprint Ravers as my IG name, and I had Sprint Specialist since 2015.
mm-hmm.
I don't want to get rid of Sprint Specialist.
It's
That
just
shit
a
has
familiarity.
Yeah, it has longevity, bro. You know what I'm saying? Sprint Ravers, I keep that on PlayStation, but fucking, I keep that on PlayStation, but what?
The
Sprint
Tekken
Specialist-
rankings.
Exactly.
They gonna know who Sprint Ravers is. Come on now.
Big up Tekken 7. Big up the Tekken franchise. You know what I'm
man.
saying? But people, that is the Millennial View. This is season 4 premiere. Wait, no.
I'm getting excited.
Yes, this is season 4 premiere. Yes.
Season 4. Come on now.
Old guests will be returning. New guests will be returning. If you have any topics, please make, the suggestions. Drop it in the comments.
Came
or
here to have a
DM
conversation.
me. You know what I'm saying? This is the Millennial View. Sprint Ravers alongside Ozzy.
I'm out.